Hello everybody and welcome back to A Year in the Woods. We're already at Bristol Airport, ready to go to Prague, and Sam turns up the smallest suitcase in the whole world. So, obligatory airport beer on the EasyJet, land in Prague, picked up by the bus, head off down into southern Bohemia. 11 hours and 47 minutes, 1,059 miles travelled. Well done! Arrived at sunset. Pretty easy trip over. Now ready for a beer and something to eat. So the trip was organised through Hubertus Hunting Tours. You can see them at hubertushuntingtours.com. First discovered them through the Guns on Pegs website. So, fairly early night, long day's travelling. We're up early. Amazing buffet-style breakfast they lay on for us. We've got a mixed team, group of 10 of us. A few members of the Order of the Garter. Good team, some friends of mine.
We take sweepstakes on who gets to try. Who's getting the last gun, basically?
I can't hit anything anyway, so it'll probably be me. We hired guns out there and made it easier than trying to take them over with us. Bit of a range of guns, but they managed to sort us all out. A couple of left-handers, a few 20 bores. And now we go out for the Myslivist. Little traditional tribute to the hunt ahead.
Snack lunch.
Budeme lovit kachnu divokou, veškeré husy, kormorána a divokého holubna.
We will be shooting wild duck, all the geese, cormorant and pigeon.
Každá leč bude oznamována a ukončována troubením.
Each drive start at the end will be announced by the horn players.
Dbejte na bezpečné zacházení s zbraněmi.
I would like to ask you to manage safety your shotgun.
Děkuji, že jste si přivezli pěkné počasí a doufám, že si dnešní den u nás užijete a odvezete si od nás nějaké myslivecké a lovecké zážitky.
I'm happy that you brought us a decent weather for the duck, so I really hope you will enjoy the day and you will have some memorable experience by after that.
Do dnešního dne myslivosti a lovu zdar.
So there we go. Traditional welcome to the hunt done and dusted. And we're off to the first drive. So we're still on these big shallow lakes. There are tens of thousands of hectares. They're going back to the 1300s. They're carp stock ponds. Carp is obviously a major source of protein in Czech Republic. Still very popular at Christmas. And they're covered in wild mallard. So we've got beat teams around the corner there in boats. And here come the ducks. Off to a good start, 2 straight misses. Now the trip we've organised is 500 duck day, which should give us about 50 odd birds each. Unfortunately, one of our party couldn't make it last minute, so may squeeze that to 55. Another duck coming thick and fast now. Starting to hit a few. This one's been pricked, so finish that one up. Hey, we're off the mark. So each of us have a loader come scorer. Unfortunately, I don't speak any Czech at all, and my loader didn't speak any English at all, but we managed to get through the day. This is Jiri. Well shot. Shot. The guns are all lined out on this little track between the two lakes. Massive lake on one side, small pond behind us. But they're all only about 4 foot deep, so the beaters are actually going in and just wading through. So if you're faced with that long cale, just remember these guys are beating through 4 foot of water. Good bit of shooting going on. These ducks are coming in. They're quite low, but they're very quick and quartering away. But obviously mindful of the bag, you don't want to fill up too many on these early ones. Couldn't really have hoped for more with the weather. A little bit of breeze, dry. It's warm, about 16, 17 degrees. Quite cloudy, as you can see. 2! Real mix of dogs. Picking up there, that was sort of a Labrador cross. And now they're pushing the birds back off the small pond. Trying to pick out some of the slightly better presented birds. But at the same time, always on the lookout for the opportunity for a quick poach. Nice pair, Dan. With my wife. Yeah. I think Claire shot one and I shot one, but looking back, I think she probably shot them both. Anyway, nice one too. Good girl. Next time. Pick that one out the back. Poaching over Sam's head. It's good the duck come in. Little pulses, little cubbies. That's quick and exciting sport. Shot, Sam. We've got pickers up out in the little boats. And one thing we noticed was a lot of the guys there, beaters and pickers up, will have snow shovels, and they use those for punting the boats, for rowing the boats. There's flags for the ducks. They're using the beating sticks on the water to get the ducks moving, and also as shovels to pick them up off the water, as well as the dogs. Well, clearly a vital piece of equipment is the snow shovel. And there's the horn to end the drive, so pretty much 2 drives in one there, I think. Good. 55. And then it's 15 quid a bird after that. So I think a couple of the lads are pretty much at their bag limit already, so that's going to cost them. Right, we had a quick drink and then off out for the second drive. Much bigger lake this time. Like I said, there's a whole series of these lakes right through the area. And we're out on the pontoons. Now, when these little tin bath boats came in, and they kept telling us to get on, so we've got 10 guns and 10 loaders and a puntsman. It's the icebergs I'm worried about. And although we know the lake's only 3 or 4 foot deep, it is pretty brown and sticky. Well, if ever there was a ship of fools. Yeah.
Oh, cheeky fecker!
Ne, pojď, prosím tě, posedl se.
I thought I was going to get to sit down, but no, they keep packing us in.
Bye!
And at this point, literally, the gunnels of the boat was about an inch above the surface of the water. So we're all trying to hang on to each other and wobbling around like hell. And I think a lot of the laughter there is nervous laughter. I was pretty sure we were all going to get wet.
It's like they're in Venice. Such an experience.
Nabíječi, poslouchejte. Bude jeden, ten druhý se vynechá, třetí bude obsazený, čtvrtý bude obsazený a tam na druhé straně urá kostí. 1, 2, 3, 4. První jde Honza Koubu, on to ví. Pak budou obsazený.
You're sinking!
Pak budou obsazený tamhle ty 2, jak je ta volavka.
Desperately trying to persuade Philip not to lean over to get some selfies. Claire very wisely decided to stay on the shore for this one. I think the idea of getting in that boat with the rest of us was a bit too much to ask for.
Jsem docela rád, že jsem toho ušetřený.
Yeah, I bet the lads back on shore find this funny every time they send a boat full of guns out. And to make matters worse, we're heading for these spindly little pontoons out in the middle of the lake. They're not much more than a bit of matchwood and a and a pallet on stilts, and they're about 6 inches deep in very, very slippery duck shit, which we had to scrape off out of the way. But then again, once you're on there and you've got over the horrors of punting out, it's actually a hell of a location. That sky's beginning to clear a bit. We can hear the guys working right down the very far end of the lake.
Shot, Dan!
Yeah.
Starting to
good.
push some duck up to us, so. Everyone's trying to be a little more choosy on this one as the bag starts to fill. A nice little crosser there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought I'd have a go at that one. One of the few pinkfoot geese we saw. Being a commercial fishery, they do shoot the cormorants. We saw quite a few go off early, but none came over us on this drive. But there are plenty of small carp, sort of 3 to 5 pound, sploshing around in the lake in front of you. But I think definitely on these pontoons and the duck getting off a bit further back, they're starting to get some height on them. The number of ponds, they tend to get up and move to another pond rather than just circle round and round you, so quite different to duck shooting at home.
Shot!
Get some nice rangy crossing birds down both sides there.
Good shot.
Krám.
Yep. Ooh.
We saw a few wild teal early on, but they got up and got away very, very quickly. But these duck are quite wild, they're twisting and turning. It's certainly taking a little bit of hitting. Working around the banks and reed marsh is just picking all the drop birds up. These pontoons were spread over probably a mile of the lake. That's exactly what you want when you're trying to protect your numbers.
I stop now.
So Yuri was pleased with that. 2 with 1 cartridge. That'll go on the scorecard.
I go home now.
I think I should have bought a lottery ticket that night. That was very pleasing, that shot. He was quite a high bird. And the horn goes, and out come the boats to pick us up now. Obviously they punted out to keep it quiet, but wanted to get us back for lunch now, so full steam ahead with the engines. And actually they sent the boat out and we came back in 2 groups. It was still pretty hairy, but not as bad as going out, that's for damn sure.
Surprised you're not waiting for the Royal Yacht after that one.
Wobbly wobbly. You must be up to 4 grand by now.
Only 12 that time.
I think that bag of 50 odd birds each is pretty much bars for most people. Still. Game cart's starting to fill up. We've got the 2 geese on the back there. And the guys are loading everything up. There's Katerina there, who looked after us from before we arrived to right the way through the trip and afterwards. She was fantastic. And into the hut for lunch. So a pretty simple fare, but plenty of smoked meats and pickles and bread and cheese. And of course, a couple of nice cold beers. Talking to Katerina, this time of year it's generally fairly mild, but it can get very, very wet. But we were very fortunate.
Yeah.
It's actually brightening up as the day went through.
I think Mary will put in a helicopter or something. It is. Some drink going. I'll tell you what, that the option thing like that. There's money in that. Yeah. That is so spot on.
So here we are. This is going to be the last try for us today. Much, much smaller pond. But they've put us back in the trees a little bit, so different style of shooting. There'll be a bit more snap shooting as they flush through. Got a couple of beaters on the pond you saw there in the boats. And the lake's about 50-60 metres across at this narrow point where I am. Pushing the ducks through, they're coming close to the trees. Some nice crosses again. Not much opportunity to get a shot on them, so you've got to be pretty quick. Keeps you on your toes. So I'm trying to be good here and stick to my bag limit, but when there's a lot of shooting going on around you, it's very exciting. It's quite easy to get carried away and have a few shots, but definitely trying to pick some of the better birds if we can.
Ještě málo furt.
Now we start to get a few pigeons in. So that was a tricky one. I think I shot it. Philip thinks he shot it. You can hear him there. I think we'll let him have that one. Now this was my shot of the day, if not shot of the year.
Jo.
There's a wood pigeon way beyond the far bank, so 70 metres out.
I'm taking this home with me.
And if you can make him out here, that little speck. And down he goes. Wouldn't like to have to repeat that shot, but I'm claiming it, and it was seen. So there we go, that's the end of the drive. Just absolutely fantastic day we've had there. Organised through Hubertus. Again, huge thanks to Katerina and all her team. We rented the guns. I think it cost us €50 to rent the guns. Yuri, my loader, and the scorers are another €50, and the cartridges are available there. So it makes it really easy for a day trip out. Or for us, we were having a day in Prague afterwards, some of us. It just meant we didn't have all the buggeration at the airport trying to take guns and cartridges and whatnot through. And at the end of the day, guns went back and we didn't have to clean them. And as we're packing everything away, it was wonderful just to spend a moment and watch the dogs working through these ponds. Like I said earlier, a real mix of dogs. A few spaniels, some Ridgebacks and Vieslers, a couple of pointer tight dogs and Labrador crosses, some flat coats and retrievers. But a really good crowd, obviously just as passionate about their hunting as we are at home, and the dog handlers. And all the game goes to the local game dealers, goes into the food chain, which is excellent to know. In fact, that evening at the restaurant we all had confit duck. And it was just nice to be shooting somewhere completely different. Same passions for field sports, but slightly different traditions and ways of doing things. And we finished with the traditional ceremony to the game, which is something I'd like to see introduced into the UK a little bit more. I think it's sometimes easy to turn your back on the day shooting, and it was quite salutary to have the game laid out formally before us and just mark the moment.
It might be spotty.
Vážení loveští hosté, vážení personále, dovolte mi, abych ukončil dnešní hon na divoké kachny a seznámil vás s výsledkem dnešního lovu.
Dear guests, dear staff, let me to put an end to our today duck shooting and to share the results with you.
Podařilo se vám ulovit 561 kusů vodní pernaté zvěře a jednoho holuba.
You managed to shoot 561 pieces of wild duck and one pigeon.
Chtěl bych vám poděkovat za dobrou a bezpečnou střelbu.
I would like to thank you for your perfect and safe shooting.
Personálu bych chtěl poděkovat za perfektně odvedenou práci.
I would like to also thank our staff for their job today.
A je mou milou povinností, abych vyhlásil nejlepšího lovce dne, kterým se stal s počtem 101 kusů pan Shaw.
And it's my pleasure to announce the best shooter of the day. That is with 101 pieces of game, Mr. Shaw.
It's the walk of shame.
Yes! Get your wallet out.
Oh, yeah.
On behalf of us all, I'd just like to thank all of the staff, beaters, people in the boats, the dogs, and everybody for a fantastic day's shooting on Cheshire. And I'd like to thank you personally for presenting me with some very difficult ducks to shoot, and also to say that I wish you, and we wish you all, a very good hunting season and to stay safe and happy.
Já bych chtěl především poděkovat personálu, který se dneska podílel na této úžasné akci. Moc jsme si to užili. Děkuji osobně za některé opravdu vysoké kachny, které jsem měl možnost střelit. A přeji vám také všechno nejlepší do další lovecké sezóny.
Do společné sezóny myslivosti a zdar.
So there we go. That was a fantastic day shooting out in the Czech Republic, out south of Prague. Thanks again to the fantastic team at Hubertus Hunting Tours. Katerina in particular made everything run smoothly, looked after us amazingly. It's a fantastic country, very geared for sporting, and if you can, take the opportunity, get out there, go and have some fun. The ducks are amazing, looking forward to going back, maybe on the deer, the mouflon, or possibly the wild boar. Well, thanks very much for watching. Catch you on the next episode.